Alright, let's start another video on this gorgeous day in Vitória. In our previous video, we started right on top of that mountain, which is actually on the other side of the water and is Vila Velha. Today, we are on this side, which is, hi Mariana, which is Vitória. Right behind us, it's actually the most I would say trendy and the biggest shopping mall in Vitória, called Shopping Vitória.
That's a very nice food court that you have there. There is some restaurants that you can sit down and be like by the water.
Oh, it's true. Yeah, on top, actually, where you see the glass, it's all like at the back of some of the restaurants that you can sit and you have the view of the water. This is the famous bridge that you have here that connects Vila Velha to Vitória. As Mariana mentioned in our previous video, it's called Ponte Terceira, which basically translates to the third bridge. I think they had 1 and 2, and then they call this one the third one, no? And it is cute and has all the characteristics of everything Brazilian. The curves, the sexy touch, even in the design of the bridge. And it fits with the curves and the waves of the water and the curves of the mountains in the back as well. Where we are, it's a pier, which is part of, I would imagine, the infrastructure that they built during the 20th century, that they built a lot of infrastructure around the town. What is the name of this pier?
Pier Enseada do Suá.
Enseada do Suá. So, just because it is cute and you have a very good view of the water, bridge and everything, we wanted to come here. And while we are here, we have to also answer a question that we asked everybody in our previous video, which was, what is the word that you call people from the state of Espírito Santo? People from Vitória, we said it's Vitoriense, right?
Yes.
People from the state of Espírito Santo are called
Capixaba.
Capixaba. And what does that mean?
It's roça, which translates to, in English, to ranch or farm, or little farm actually. And then it's, to understand, maybe it's like people that they come from a ranch or from a little farm.
Yes. And Capixaba?
It is, Capixaba, it's actually a native word. It's not a Portuguese word, it's a native word.
Yeah. So basically what the natives would call like a little ranch or a little farm, that's the name for people from the state of Espírito Santo. Oh, now, this is just something we thought is interesting to mention. And oh my God, just walking here, just this view itself is perfect for a postal card, you know? It's a nice shot. Wow. The bridge on the side, the mountain, the other little hill that you have the monastery on top, and just walking here, oh my God, beautiful. What do I say always? This is why we travel, to come to these beautiful places like this.
Another very nice thing about Vitória is that apparently the average temperature in the city for the whole year is like 24 degrees. Even though like yesterday was kind of like 30 degrees, 30, 31, but it's hot, but it's not like badly hot, and it's nice, like especially now in the morning, there is a lot of sun, but it's nice, there is a nice breeze.
Yeah, especially by the water. Like when we left our Airbnb, I was like, oh my God, it's hot, but now you come by the water, there is a very nice breeze, so it's cool. The sun is strong though. I had to put sunblock, and it is always recommended. I always forget, but very nice. So this is the first place for today's video, and after that we're gonna continue. We are now in another neighborhood which is considered to be a very fancy neighborhood. It's an island. It's called Ilha do Boi, and as you can see around, it's full of nice fancy houses. And boi in Portuguese means the male cow or the ox, and that's why you also have this little monument there. There is a little square here for kids to play, and outdoor gym, as you can see, and it also gives you a very nice view of the water. And you see in the distance there's a mountain. The mountain is covered by green vegetation, but underneath it's actually rocks. And here, this island too, as you can see, there is a little bit of sand, but the rest, the base is like the rocks, the same kind of rocks that you see across the water. And even here there are some other big rocks on the beach.
Very nice. They can have their own beach, like here. They can just come here down.
Yeah, you see, there's a little beach for, I think, the residents of the island, no?
Yeah.
I mean, it's public, anybody can come. But you have this, there is this ramp also if you want to, probably it's if you want to put your boat in the water. But it's very nice. And I don't know if you guys can see in the camera, but there is also a plane landing, which is always a nice sight to see.
The hill there is called Morro do Moreno, and if you like trails and tracks, you can go climb it. You can go up to the stone up there, the last close to the antennas and the towers, and you can go up to there if you like climbing.
Yeah, that's another tourist activity that a lot of people do, that if you want you can climb and go up. And again, Bahi is distracted by the plane. I love planes. So after here we're gonna continue. And just driving around the neighborhood, it's a very nice neighborhood. Like you come across these little streets or alleys, I would say, and then at the end there's a sign that there's a beach there too. So of course, being an island, you're not short of beaches, but it's very nicely done, very clean, I would say, and a lot of nice houses. As you get out of the island, Ilha do Boi, you will also pass by this beach, Praia Curva da Jurema, which is a nice place we wanted to show you guys. I believe at night it would be even nicer, because there are a lot of restaurants by the water, and even during the day there are people doing activities, jogging and with bikes. But the setting is very nice, that you have a lot of these little restaurants, bars, and at night it would probably be much busier. If you have watched our videos in Maceió, you would know. This is kind of like the beach that you have in Maceió, that over there is a busy street, one of the main streets passing by the beach. Here, no. You have a wonderful separation from the road that is over there. Then you have this little area. This is a bike path where I'm standing. And then you have the beach, which I think is a nice touch, because if you come to the beach to relax, you would want some peace and not a lot of traffic and noise of the cars and everything else. Also, another thing to pay attention to is that some of the beaches in Vitoria, you cannot swim. The water is a bit contaminated, so they suggest that you don't swim. This beach in particular, as you can see, there are people in the water, so I assume it would be okay.
There is a sign there saying that it's
oh yes, yeah. You see on the beaches you have signs that would tell you if you can or you cannot swim. I hope the sound quality is good. It's very windy, very windy. But just wanted to show you guys the sign. You see this one, it says proprio para bagno. So here you can actually go to the water and swim. The next spot is yet another island called Ilha do Frade, and this island also, as you can see, the sign is okay for swimming in the beach, in the water. We were exactly straight there, across the water, and we just went around. We took a bridge, came to this island. This island is also considered to be one of the nice, trendy, fancy neighborhoods in Vitória. A lot of people say it's an exclusive neighborhood, and at the entrance you have like a police post and all of that, but it's public. You can come in, you can enjoy the beach. It's not only exclusive to the residents of the island.
The island has a lot of these little beaches, so you can actually come and choose which one do you want to enjoy. Across, like, the water is exactly where we were, like Curva da Jurema, and then from here you can see there, and even like the bridge and the...
Yeah, if you want to challenge yourself, you can even try to swim to the other side and then come back. Then there is also a harbor over there with the boats. There is a little beach even on the corner before you go over the bridge to come inside the island. And across the street on the other side there is actually boats, but mostly for fishermen. It looks like they're fishermen that have their boats on the other side. So we're gonna drive around this island also and show you the rest. This is another place that you can come and enjoy the day when you're visiting Vitória. So there is another beach that we wanted to go and see that shows on the map, but we couldn't find it. And on the other side there's houses. But here again you see at the end of all the houses you also have beach. They're all waterfront. And this is the other side of the island where we entered, and we went to the beach to see. It was the opposite side as you enter. So here too you have those like rocks. Again, I would assume it's another island over there, and more beaches all around. So this is it for this beach. This is actually, I think it's a piece of land that is for sale. I'm not sure. But for this island, the beaches that we could go see were just the ones in the beginning all around. There are huge houses, and then behind them there is a beach, but I think maybe because those people bought the houses, the land belongs to them, I would assume. Now we came to another neighborhood. It's called Santa Lucia. It has a lot of nice shops, nice restaurants, and nice high-rise buildings too. We just stopped and grabbed a bite because we were hungry. Surprise, surprise, I'm hungry.
We were actually very hungry.
Yeah, because it's 1 o'clock now in the afternoon. So, and we came here for two reasons. First, we wanted to see the neighborhood, and there is supposed to be another beach nearby. So let's see if we can find it. And a couple of blocks later, we ended up in this park, which has a tennis court, basketball court, some other courts for kids and for other people to enjoy. And we ended up also here at the end. I think on the map it shows that it's a beach, but it looks more like a marina. It has a lot of boats parked here, and no, actually there is a little beach over there too. And this beach is called Praia do Canto. So let's see what it has to offer. And once again, this beach too, you can swim. No problem. Let's check it out. Also, today it's Thursday afternoon. That's why it's not that busy. I would assume during the weekend, for sure, it's going to be packed. All of the beaches actually. Some other ones in the distance on the other side, no, they were actually busy. This one, no, very, very relaxed, very empty, and it goes the whole way to the end. As you can see, there is like a little curve goes there, then goes this way. People are even fishing. So one more beach for the day, and let's head back and discover the rest of Vitória.
Another way that I was researching actually, and it's actually a nice thing to do if you are in Belo Horizonte. You can come to Vitória by train. So like you take the train, well, it's a very slow train, it's really like for tourists, and but you can come from Belo Horizonte to Vitória by train, and it's actually a nice train. However, the trip is gonna take a while because apparently the train is like 60 kilometers per hour, and you know the distance between the two capitals are much are big. Like Brazil, traveling through Brazil is all long distance, but it would be a nice touch if you happen to be in Belo Horizonte and want to come to Vitória.
So we are now at a place that is another pier that was built by the water. It goes the whole way down, and next to it, as you can see on my left, I'm gonna try to show as much as possible, there is the beach called Praia de Camburi. This one is large. You can see it goes from here and goes the whole way to the end. Another huge beach. You might wonder that, oh, today it's just beaches. Well, we are in an island. It's surrounded by beaches.
However, this beach, Camburi Beach, is on the mainland. Actually, it's like the first beach that we are visiting that is not on an island. It is part of the mainland.
Yeah, so it's on the continent basically, right?
Yes, it's in the continent.
Yeah, but Vitória, being an island, surrounded by beaches and beautiful ones. Each one is nice, each one is good to come and enjoy the day.
This beach, it was all renovated. All the kiosks and everything else, they are all new. So you can go and there is a place for cycling, bicycle, and if you want to roller skate too, you can. We have seen a lot of electric bicycles here in Vitória. So apparently it's something very trendy too.
Yeah.
So if you have yours, you can use here too.
And even here, like what we saw in Fortaleza, you can also rent bicycles. And this is what Mariana was talking about. You have the sidewalk, you have the bicycle path that you can go, so you can do a lot of activities. And again, we are here on a Thursday afternoon at around 2 p.m. and the sun is very strong. But I would say early in the morning and at night after the sunset, for sure there will be much more people here. And 20 minutes drive from Vitória to come back to Vila Velha, you find yourself at this spot. This is where you have a lighthouse, and as you walk in, actually you go through this little street, and on both sides on the building you have different knots that you use for ships, and I think sailors have to know about them. I have no clue how to do it and what it is, but they all have all the names and everything else. And you come here for this little structure here. So this lighthouse is called Santa Luzia, or Farol de Santa Luzia in Portuguese, which means lighthouse. The entrance is free. It's just like a notebook that you just have to write your name and sign in, but there is no entrance fee to pay. And we are going to tell you a lot of things about this place. So the structure was assembled and inaugurated in 1871, and apparently all the parts were shipped here from Scotland, and then they were put together to build this structure. The property right now is under the control and the administration of the Brazilian Navy.
So the lighthouse today has one light of 300 watts and 4 points of orientation, and then it's used to guide all the ships that they come in for the 3 ports of Espírito Santo, that is Porto de Vila Velha, the Vitória port and Tubarão port. So we have 3 ports, and then it guides the entrance of all the ships. I don't know if you can see in the camera, but there is so many ships here, and guides the entrance of all of them into the bay for all the 3 ports like that we have. Like here there is 1 port, and then there is 2 more inside of this base here.
Alright, we were just told, like school kids, to behave, and we were told not to fly the drone because apparently we're not supposed to fly the drone. Nobody told us anything when we entered, so it makes sense.
But the weird is that you can actually lift the drone. It's not supposed to.
Yeah, I could take off actually. Usually the application for the drone doesn't even allow you to take off. So if the application says you're in a zone that you can fly, it should be okay. But anyway, we took some shots, but not as much as I wanted. They told us to land it, and we respect it, no worries. One more thing that is worth mentioning about the light of the lighthouse, especially from this angle where we are sitting, that you see in the distance, there's a lot of ships going on here and there, and like from all different directions, all different types, cargo, navy, everything. The light, according to Wikipedia, the light of the lighthouse can actually go for as far as 72 kilometers. Now, I don't know if this is really the case or not. If you know it's true or not, please let us know actually in the comments. I'm curious to know if it can go actually that far, 72 kilometers. But it's interesting to know. And it's also a very nice place to come, and at the end of the afternoon, especially if like us you can steal a little piece of shade.
Yeah.
It's really cool. There's a very nice breeze coming from the water, and it's just a very, very nice place to be, to end the afternoon. And
I have a request.
Yes.
If you know that all the knots that we saw on the wall, if you go to the Navy, do you learn, if you know the answer to my question, if you learn all the knots, if you have to know how to do all the knots, and that's something I find very interesting, because it's like they're so different and they all work well. And but I was wondering if you learn how to do them, and if you actually have to know, like, to even graduate on the Navy.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, the ones on the wall behind us that we showed you, we are curious to know. So we hope you enjoyed this video. We loved everything that we did today. We really, really enjoyed it. And the next video will be in the state of Rio de Janeiro.
Yes. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned for that. And thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next one.
Bye.